Imagine waking up one day and the vibrant greens and blues of our planet have turned to dull greys and browns. How would you feel? We're living in an era where the Earth's health is deteriorating and we're the ones pushing it to the brink. The rise in global temperatures is no longer a distant threat, but a present reality. Our forests, the lungs of our planet, are being stripped away at an alarming rate, making way for urbanization and agriculture. Simultaneously, our oceans, once a symbol of life's abundance, are now choked with plastic pollution. This relentless assault on nature is leading to devastating consequences. We're witnessing a dramatic loss of biodiversity, a rise in sea levels that threatens coastal communities, and a detrimental impact on human health due to poor air quality and extreme weather events. The question is, are we willing to wait until this nightmare becomes our reality? Numbers may not always tell the whole story, but in this case, they paint a pretty grim picture. Let's take a moment to delve into some alarming environmental facts and figures that underline the urgency of the situation. Our planet's average surface temperature has escalated by 1.18 degrees Celsius since the late 19th century. This might seem like a small number, but remember, we're talking about a global average. This increase is driving extreme weather events, from heat waves to hurricanes that are becoming more frequent and more severe. Meanwhile, the lungs of our planet, the Amazon rainforest, is shrinking at a frightening pace. We've lost 17% of this precious ecosystem in the last 50 years. That's almost a fifth of the world's largest rainforest gone, with devastating impacts on biodiversity and climate. And our oceans? Well, they're turning into a plastic soup. Every year, 8 million metric tons of plastic waste find their way into our seas. These plastics wreak havoc on marine life, and eventually they make their way back to us through the food we eat and the water we drink. These numbers are not just statistics, they are a wake-up call for all of us. They're a stark reminder of how our actions, or lack thereof, are reshaping the world we live in. And they're a call to action, because if we don't act now, we might not have a planet to call home in the future. Now that we understand the problem, we must become part of the solution. Our journey toward a greener future begins with a shift in our mindset. This is where the concept of EcoMind comes into play. It champions the idea of nurturing a more eco-conscious mindset, encouraging us to think green, act green, and inspire green change in those around us. Transitioning to a more sustainable lifestyle is not an overnight process, but a gradual, deliberate, and rewarding journey. It starts with simple, everyday actions. For instance, you could reduce waste by opting for reusable products instead of disposable ones. Every time you choose a reusable shopping bag over a plastic one, you're making a difference. Recycling is another powerful tool at our disposal. By reusing materials, we can cut down on waste and conserve natural resources. Remember, every empty soda can or newspaper you recycle is one less item ending up in a landfill. Supporting renewable energy is also a crucial step towards sustainability. By opting for green energy sources like solar or wind power, we can reduce our reliance on fossil fuels and help curb climate change. Every time you flip a switch, imagine it's a vote for a cleaner, greener planet. But the responsibility of nurturing a greener future isn't solely on individuals. Companies and governments play a significant role too. They can implement sustainable policies and practices that promote environmental responsibility. For instance, a company could reduce its carbon footprint by adopting energy-efficient practices, while a government could incentivize renewable energy through subsidies and tax breaks. Remember, nurturing a greener future is not a one-time act, but a consistent commitment to sustainability. It's about making eco-friendly choices every day, inspiring others to do the same, and collectively working towards a healthier planet. In the grand scheme of things, our individual actions might seem insignificant, but when millions of people make small changes, the cumulative effect can be monumental. So let's start today. Let's make every day an Earth Day. Every step, no matter how small, brings us closer to a greener future for our planet. So what's the bottom line? We're in an environmental crisis, underscored by hard-hitting facts and figures. The urgency is real, but there's a beacon of hope: nurturing an eco-mind. This shift in mindset towards a greener, more sustainable approach is vital for our planet's future. It's not just about acknowledging the issue, it's about taking definitive action. The future of our planet is in our hands. It's time to nurture a greener mindset and take action. Remember, the best time to act was yesterday, the next best time is now.